any chance?
No, but I mean, I see him. He breaks the balls good just about every time I see him. So it usually ain't a question. Is he breaking them really well?
Really well. He was
Yeah.
making 4 and 5 balls yesterday. I mean, how much do you have to play to run 4 or 5
Exactly.
balls?
Yeah. That's a pretty big advantage.
No kidding. He was coming up on the 1, too.
Yeah.
How have you thought about the rack you run in this tournament?
Um, I like it. It's all right. I'm not. I like it because the 9 don't count. I'm not a big fan, but there's too many issues in 9 ball. I wish they'd just change the 10 ball rack your own and winter break. You know what I mean? I think it'd
Yeah?
be. I like rack your own because you don't argue too much, but then a guy can start loading the rack on you and string a bunch of racks.
Sure.
Like you're saying, make 4 and 5 balls on the break.
Yeah, I mentioned that a little earlier about loading the 1 ball, and Jerry and I were talking about that a little bit, and then I said, I may have made a big mistake there even bringing that subject up because a lot of players probably don't want a lot of audience members to know what it is when you're turning that 1 ball back into the 2 balls behind it.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I think about too. It is a little difficult when it is rack your own, and you see a guy touching that 1 like that. That becomes debatable. It's
Yeah.
almost like you want to get a
I mean,
referee in.
that just tells you right there that, it's so much about the rack and the break.
Absolutely.
And 10 ball would be too. 10 ball is about the break too, but it's just not as many issues. It's just, believe it or not, that one extra ball, now you're racking in a triangle, not a diamond.
Sure.
You don't got the 2 wing balls. It's just nothing's automatic. So it's just a little bit more drama in 10 ball. And 9 ball, again, at this level with these guys left in the tournament, once you miss, you just hope you get back to the table that set. You know
Yep.
what I mean? It's like the draw. I mean, there's still drama to it, but there's not as much, It's, but I like it that it came back to the winter break. That adds a lot more drama.
Well, he's just going to take what he gets here, I imagine.
Yeah,
I
I
don't think
think
he's
he
going
can
to
just
try to
roll
do
it
too much.
in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Somebody in the crowd, Buddy's pulling the old Earl Strickland move and pointing down the crowd members there. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it might be at an angle to where it looks like he can just roll it in, and he's got the 3, but I don't. It could maybe get behind the 7 because he's got to hit it with top, but I don't think so. I think he can beat it.
Table is a little fast, but I think you can hit it thick enough. You're right. It's going to stop.
Oh, he miscued.
Oh, my goodness. Wow, that's not a shot you want to have for your first shot against Johnny.
No, you could just tell he couldn't get steel. I talked to Buddy earlier this week. He said his system ain't feeling very good. I mean, he beat me, so it must be feeling all right. But he told me that his system wasn't feeling that. I don't know. He was having problems. He was supposed to play Hennessy earlier in the week, and he said that his system wasn't right, and so I don't know what's going on.
Well, I mean, speaking of such, you went through a little bit yourself at Christmas, I heard.
Yeah. I'm surprised I did this well in the tournament, but, it's bar table, so I got away with some sloppy play here and there. But
well, next
my
week will
strokes fell
matter a little bit.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
Sure.
I need to work on my game more this week and get ready for Derby.
Well, that was nice. I mean,
Yeah,
I think it's going to be
pretty much
easier.
going to come one rail. Just put a little inside English on it.
I imagine you'll be playing in all the events at Derby, right?
Yeah. I didn't get in the Fat Boy 10 ball challenge. It filled up.
Well, you never know. Somebody might hand you an entry there just because you're you.
Yeah, I have that. I don't think that'd be nice, but I think right now it's got all the 16 players are top names. So
Are they?
I
Okay.
think so. I'm not really sure. It'd be sweet if I can get in it.
You played last night, right, in the Midnight Madness?
Yeah, I got second.
Second, that's what I thought. That's what I was going to ask about. So really and truly, like always, you're not playing bad. It's just keeping it all together for a whole tournament.
Yeah, yeah, that's what it is. I just I don't know. I mean, I won the Houston Open last year. I'm trying to think. I'm like, have I won a tournament lately? I mean, I won a couple last year, but nothing really big.
Yeah, it's funny being on top. I don't know anything about it, by the way, but I know it's tough in any sport to keep on top
Yeah.
once you've hit that level.
Mhm.
And with golf, you look at the different golfers. I mean, everybody plays a certain speed. And really and truly, there are a lot less pool players by percentages than golfers that play at that upper echelon level. And, you guys pretty much play each other all the time. So you're in a position to know pretty much what you're up against when you come into a tournament. It really has a lot more to, I would think, to do with how you are hitting the ball and how you feel, how much you played, all the above to whether or not you're going to do well, right?
Yeah.
I really enjoyed watching you play when you played Larry Neville a couple of years ago in the one pocket.
At the Derby?
Yep,
Yeah.
that was a great match. I really enjoyed that. And I know you were pretty much on top of your game then. You ended up winning the one pocket.
Yeah, I had a good year that year. I got second in the all-around. I got fourth in the 9-ball.
I watched several of your matches, and I would go out and talk to your dad in between out there at his cue book, the cue booth out there.
Yeah.
And he was really proud of you, too. He mentioned that to me. But that was really nice. I really enjoyed that match with Neville because Neville made a couple out-of-the-world bank shots.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Well, this is good stuff. It looks like Johnny's going to get out pretty easily now. Not that there were any really anything complex there for him to deal with, but
yeah, it's pretty much. Now he can come around. I like drawing this ball one rail out, and just I don't like these bar tables. All these tables we're playing on here, they all play different table to table with the rails. He just rolled it. I thought he had more angle than that.
He's played pretty much all week big table shapes on these bar tables.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. Just play. Yeah, just play. Get yourself a shot. Protect the cue ball as much as you can because, like I said, these rails all play different. Just one little bitty hiccup, and you're scratching or you're hooking yourself, and just without even thinking about it.
Well, one thing I've noticed, and I don't know if you've noticed this, a lot of these younger players that are kind of like guns from this area, they might have drawn that to the end rail and spun it 2 rails back into the angle. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen a couple of guys like that, but the one thing I don't see is them at the end of the tournament.
Yeah, exactly. Not too often anyway.
Well, and that's something that, I convey that with some of my friends. There's a right way to play, these shots, and taking the percentages always is the right way to play. And all of you guys know that. And, a lot of the shortstops, it takes them a long time to catch on to that.
It's I learned it by being out here and playing with these guys, and then just figuring out. Sometimes, like you said, you got to take your shot. Sometimes people just try to get too fancy and blow their whole inning right there whenever they could have made the ball and had a tough shot on the next shot, but they're afraid to take that shot,
Yes, sir.
And I think that's the difference.
Let's see what Johnny does with the break. Well, things are favoring him if he gets a good roll. Well, he didn't.
Yeah, these balls kind of got jammed up. I don't know if he can play a billiard on that 2 or not. No, okay, I'm looking at the screen here. It don't look like it goes.
What about that 167? Oddly enough, that almost looks wired.
It does. From here it does, and I don't even know if he's looking at it.
He may be able to just shoot that head on and do it. He's not going to.
Look at that. I think it was. You know what?
That looked pretty good to me.
He didn't even look at it.
No, he didn't.
But, Johnny, I think, of course, he's a great bar table player, but if you're like a lot of these guys that play just bar table pool,
sure,
they get up and look at an offensive shot every time.
Yep, absolutely.
But
that's pretty much what I was referring to earlier.
A big table player don't really do that. He looks at the shot like he'd play on a big table, but like right there, I think a bar table player is looking to see if anything goes, and you've seen that combination, and he kind of overlooked it.
Well, in a million years, the things that you see up here, I told Pat a while back, I said, what an advantage it'd be if you could just have like a little, telephone size image almost even of the table that Accu-Stats is shooting from this overhead monitor. How smart would you be at the table with that?
Yeah, right. That way you can kind of get a bird's eye view of everything.
Yes, sir. I mean, I don't know if the future pool should hold anything like that, but
Or
it
even
would
just-
really be something if it did, you know?
Or even just like one screen out here that's showing the overhead view, kind of
Yep.
like they do at the U.S. Open
Yep.
and at Derby.
Sure. Well, he's got himself in a position now to do something.
Oh, he's got ball in hand again.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty nice.
Yeah, with all the balls open, ball in hand from here should be a pretty quick out.
Yeah. Let's see, we got the ladies' women's finals going on over there with Brittany Bryant and Nicole Keeney. Well,
Looks like it's 2-1. I can't tell which one, though.
yeah, I can't tell either. Nicole's shooting right now. I think Nicole's got to beat her twice, if I'm not mistaken. And here, Johnny's got good on the 4 here. He's just going to, I think he's going to draw out one rail.
Yep,
Good
that
shot.
was a
Johnny's looking like he's loosening up now, playing pretty good. Pretty good.
well, that was nicely done. This will be no problem whatsoever. Sometimes I almost look at a shot like this, and when you're hitting the ball slow like that, you know, where everything's just touch,
Mm-hmm.
it's pretty much over. When you see a guy
yeah.
shooting like that, you know?
Yeah, exactly. On these bar tables, that's all it is. It ain't really, I mean, it's a position game, you know. The shots aren't that hard, generally.
Right.
Only very few come up where it's a real difficult shot because the table is so small.
Well, Johnny's off to a pretty big lead.
Yeah, I think it puts him up 3-0.
Yep.
But really in this, you know, that 3-0 is not a real big lead in this format with these guys, especially winter break. Now, if they're playing alternate the break, yeah, Buddy might start maybe having a little concern. But right now, if Buddy just feels like if he can, I'm thinking if he just gets a shot, he's breaking the balls good, he could string some racks.
Well, yesterday I would have said to you, basically with Archer's break, 3-0 is the Grand Canyon.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, he was making 4 and 5 balls. I'm serious.
Yeah, that's right. You were telling me that.
I mean, it's hard to fade that. I mean, how do you deal with looking at that, you know, and sitting in the chair? And you don't even get to touch the balls on the rack.
I'd like to see more 8-ball tournaments. That's what I'd like to see.
You know, I like 8-ball too. That's one of my
Yeah.
favorite games, actually. Did you grow up hustling 8-ball at all, by any chance?
No, I mean, I'd hustle a little bit of it, but it wasn't like my road game or nothing. But yeah, I'd play it at all chances I had. I grew up playing it quite a bit. I played a lot of league pool when I was younger.
Yeah, when I was younger, there were no league.
Yeah.
They came along a lot later, but I played a lot in bars playing 8-ball, and it is a fantastic game. I think anybody that likes one pocket really should love 8-ball. They just don't understand the connection
And vice
sometimes.
versa. I think if you're an
Yeah.
8-ball player, you would appreciate one pocket. I think all bar table. I really believe that all bar table people, bar table players, I think would like one pocket if they give it a try, because it's not really it's kind of like a bar table. It ain't really a shooter's game. It's more of a cue ball game, and it's a thinker's game. So a lot of people that play bar table 8-ball, that's kind of what they have to do. They have to be good with the cue ball, and they have to be good with strategy, and that's what one pocket is. You know?
Well,
so
I hear a lot in what you're saying there, because you're talking from a personal perspective there big time, because, you know, a lot of people say that one pocket is like chess, and you would be one of those people who would favor that kind of thinking because you like the moving in one pocket. And, you know, around here, it's like everything else. Everybody wants to shoot.
Yeah.
You know, and they want to throw an 8 at you. And I know you know a few of the Tennessee players. I know you played one pocket with them.
Oh, yeah.
And I've heard about some of the results of a couple of matches you had with one guy over in Knoxville area in particular who is a shooter like that and not a mover like you are. And I heard that went pretty quick. I believe that was a 5 ahead or 6 ahead session for a little bit of change.
Who's that?
Robbie.
Robbie.
Yeah, little Robbie. I can't think of his last name right now, but, you know, Burrell's nephew there at KBC.
Oh, in Knoxville.
Yeah. Did I say the wrong thing?
Yeah, no, you did. I don't think I've ever played little Robbie.
Really?
I played another guy over there. Me and Robbie's never played.
Okay.
I was there.
I
I
might
was
have got
there
some bad
gambling.
information there, yeah.
No, you know, I was there when I was on the road hustling with a friend of mine, and we got action there in Knoxville. But I thought you said Chattanooga.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, no, we got action in Knoxville. But and Robbie was around, but I never got down playing him.
I would have liked to have seen that. That would have been a good matchup.
Yeah,
But I know he favors shooting pretty much.
yeah. Is he still around playing?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
We're out there in Knoxville.
Yep. Over there at KBC. Yeah, you might be able to pass that way on your way to Louisville. Just make a little loop.
Is it really? Is it kind of? on
No,
the
it's
way?
not at all. I'm just kidding, Gabe. It's actually the opposite end of the state. But
I should know that as much as I travel, but I got my GPS, so
well, Johnny got himself in a little bit of a, safety situation there.
they hit that pretty good. They left him about as far as you can leave a guy on a bar table, and I don't think he could see enough of it to bank at it. He might be able to bank it straight back.
Do you want to play safe here? I mean, if you had the chance,
from here, look. I mean, here's the way I look at it. Look, as far as you are, the safety on this small table is so delicate. I'm going to shoot at my hole, and you might get safe anyway. You know what I mean? 'Cause
Yep.
It's just
You like the
small
bank.
table.
Yep.
You can't leave a guy nothing. You know. So yeah, see, he's shooting at something. He hit it hard. He wasn't trying to duck. See what I mean? He mishit it and he got safe anyway. Well, no, he didn't. I think he left him a shot.
No, I'm pretty sure you can shoot that 4
Yeah,
now.
he can. But see, it was just too touchy. I didn't even really see a good safety there. I mean, on these bar tables, you don't want to leave it. You don't want Johnny to come back with nothing.
Right,
you know?
right, sure. Well, and you're at that upper echelon of play too, where you know what a guy can do kicking.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. The safeties on these bar tables are
Non-existent
They don't have
kinda,
that
yeah.
much value to them. Yeah, there ain't much value. Not like on a 9-footer. Or not like a safety playing 8-ball. There's some value to that.
Well, that might have been a bit of a miscalculation there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he was kind of froze on the rail, so he couldn't really do much with English. And he just kind of just hit it and took what he couldn't really do much with the cue ball. He had to lay the angle it had him on, and it just ran him into the 6.
I know you know this shot, though. I mean,
And
this
he's a
cross
bank it,
corner.
you're
Yeah.
gonna bank it, and I would draw like this and just kind of draw
Yep.
down. It looks like you're gonna have to come with something.
This is a shot that you see. Well, it's on the rail, so it's not really the same thing, but it's a shot that Efren hits really well. Playing one pocket where you draw down away from the ball.
And he'll slide up and get on 2 balls up table.
He'll leave it on that second in diamond, I guarantee you that. Just about what Johnny did right there, even.
But he didn't draw. He went with just the top English, which hitting it the way he did, it's easier to make the bank. He's guaranteeing himself to make the bank, and he was thinking he might be able to clip that ball. And
Looks like the 7 passes, though, so he's not in real trouble here, I don't think. Should be able to just pocket this past the 9 and slide down. I think he can even hit the rail here and make this ball. He doesn't look too comfortable with it, though. Well, on Brittany Bryant's table over there, it looks like it's 3-2.
yeah, it's 3-2, but I don't know who's ahead. Nicole's shooting the 7, 8, 9 here.
Johnny
Oh, that was
banked
a great
that.
bank right there.
Came up behind the 9, though.
Yeah. That's a good bank, and you didn't get no reward for it, unfortunately.
Boy, I really don't like doing this.
That's about, I mean, well, look at this. Look at this.
Yeah, he may
Look at
get
this.
lucky.
Wow.
Man, oh man. That ain't going rail first either.
No, no, no. But I'll tell you what, I mean, look at the cue ball, too. I mean, he's got nothing to work with down there, really. I mean, you got to hit it perfect, but if you jack up on this and go rail first and stick it with bottom, or he can do what he's doing. He's going to kick the end rail and try to kick the 8 up behind the 9. That's a good shot, too. That's actually a better shot from where the cue ball's at. But if the cue ball was out a little more, he can go rail first to the side rail with draw and kick and stick.
Yeah, that 2 rail, basically one pocket shot
he
again.
hit that too soft. Oh, I don't know.
It's going to go, but I don't know if he's going to get it.
He hit a rail, but he left him straight in. Yeah.
Glance that 9. Have you played on the TV table much? You played that first match, didn't you?
It plays way different than these other tables.
Well, and it's rolling a little bit, yeah.
It rolls kind of bad, and the rails play kind of bad.
I think Buddy might have caught a little bit that there. Wow.
See, this is kind of how me and Buddy's match went. We both just missed balls, you know. It was just like this.
Wow. I'm surprised at that.
Yeah.
That was straight in. I am really surprised at that.
I mean, he had the point. It was straight in, but it was kind of it was by the rail. Let's see. Okay, I'll tell you what the score is over there. Nicole is up 4-2. I think they're racing to 7. It was straight in, but it was on the rail, so that side pocket comes into play.
Now, who has to win twice over there?
Nicole does.
Nicole does?
Yeah, she's got to beat Brittany twice.
Well, Buddy's going to get on the board. That's going to open things up. That's 3-1. At least it's not 4-0 with Johnny breaking.
Yeah.
Now, do you think Buddy will load the cue ball? Load the 1, I mean. Didn't get that out of my mouth.
Like right there?
Yep, like right there. That's what I was working for.
Well, I mean, these balls don't freeze up that good either, so I don't know if he's doing anything unethical there. But, you know.
Well, if it's not illegal, it's not unethical, right?
Yeah. So I don't know what he's trying to do. I think he's just trying to get him froze. Over there from the right rail, it's breaking pretty good. The corner ball's flying in.
Well, Brittany's got a chance to get on the board again. I think she missed. No.
Well, she made the 4. She got a little
that is
out
a
of line on the 6
yeah.
there. She got a thin cut. Brittany plays good. She's got good fundamentals.
I like the way she sets up on the table. Very nice shot.
She made that.
And it looks like she's straight in line on the 7, too. Well, Buddy's about to pop him. Boy, Buddy got the 1 ball right in the side that time. 6 up in the corner.
Yeah, he really don't. I mean, he's got a shot. You know, he can go. He could bank this ball. Well, I don't know if he can go that 8. I don't think that 8's got him. I think he could bank it cross side if he wants to, but probably I think he's going to play safe behind the 5-9 here.
You know.
Does that work?
Yeah. And then when you're done.
Yeah, that should do it.
Yeah, I think he's going to go like that and just get the cue ball like this and maybe just put the 2 up here somewhere. That's what I would do if he didn't like the cross side.
Well, I'm not sure that telestrator came up on our camera there. I don't know what happened, but. Very nicely done there. Boy, I think Johnny's cut off from everything but 2 rails, right?
Yeah, 2 rails looks like it's a shot here, like this. You know, except for cut it in, like that.
And that's what he's pointing at.
Yep.
Just what you drew.
Hopefully hits it a little bit better than what I drew.
Well, let's see. He's over top that 5 ball. That's no easy shot, and he's missed it.
Yeah, that wasn't no easy shot though.
Well, it looks like he could be 3-2 real easy now, huh?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That 3-0 ain't really. You gotta play every game like it's the last game and try to win it. You just don't want your guy at this level getting back at any score, really.
Sure. That's a little odd. We're getting some interference, I think, from that microphone.
Probably.
I don't think that's you. I think that's the wireless mic there.
Okay, Brittany made it 4-3 over there now. She's narrowed the score. My buddy's got pretty much an easy little out here.
Yeah, he should be able to get right up on that 7 with just a little bit of angle, and he's out. Do you like going over the rail here or just drawing straight up?
I like going one rail out, yeah, following. I would have followed it.
Yeah, I think I would have too. I like the way it develops the angle a little better that
Yeah.
way.
But you really can't question Buddy's position play. I think he's one of the all-time greatest position players.
Yeah, he's pretty good with the white rock.
Yeah.
But, you know, that just emphasizes the difference in personality. You know, I even think in different eras, people choose different styles of play.
Yeah, I really did. I grew up watching Buddy play.
Sure.
And him and Nick Varner.
Yep, absolutely. And Siegel, you know what I mean? That whole era of those players. And, you know, you watch the Filipinos like Orcolo, you know, they're going to spin 3 rails around every chance they get to the center of the table. And that's something American players, you know, usually will draw out to the center of the table as opposed to going 3 around. So I find the difference in styles kind of interesting like that.
Yeah, you're right. They like to use inside English a lot.
Yep. 3-2. I mean, you know, this is much close now where you were saying before 4 games is no lead. Well, that's what we're looking at right now. 1 game separating them where it was 3-0.
Yep.
Johnny looking at going 4-0. But I know Johnny's got to feel kind of punished for that.
Yeah.
That's the other thing on these bar tables. You miss on a big table, you're going to pay 2. Seems like it works that way. That game and the next game usually. And you miss on this bar table, you may pay 5, 6, 7. There's no telling.
Exactly.
I think you had a pretty tough match here with Billy Young opening up, didn't you?
Yeah.
Very similar thing, wasn't it?
9-0. I had 2 or 3 kick shots.
And from your way of what you've been, you know, saying, you had to feel it, but you still felt like you were totally in it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I miscued to make it like 9-4 and have been breaking. I miscued on a ball.
Wow.
Well, 6 ball, you got it to go.
A little tough on that one, though. Yeah, that was a little tough on that 1 ball there. That's kind of, I don't know what you do from here. You got to just about play safe, don't you?
I think he can cut it in and come more
Cut it
down.
in?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like he's going for.
I didn't think he made a ball on the break. He did. He's going to get around the 50-yard line. No, he can make that. I thought it was going to go a little firmer.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'd rather shoot this left-handed than have to climb on that table with his size.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But, I mean, it does lay natural. If he makes this 2 ball, he's going to be down at the other end of the table when he could be straight in on the 3 in the same corner.
Yeah.
That's a little like 1 pocket almost right there, isn't it?
What's that?
Just hit this ball, spin it around, and come up to the 3 straight in the same corner.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he's rolled out there. Wow.
Well, speaking of 1 pocket, I'd like to, if I can, plug my 1 pocket video. If anybody's into, I just came out with a new 1 pocket series, beginner, intermediate, and advanced.
Cool. So you got 3 different DVDs.
No,
then.
well, it's 2. The beginner intermediate's 1.
Cool.
and it's a little bit longer than the advanced. And you can get those on my website at gabeowen.net, www.gabeowen.net.
Well, do you have any here at the tournament? I
I
might
do.
like to get one.
Yeah, I actually do. And Joe Salazar's selling some. He's got a few of them over
Cool.
there. Yeah, and I'll have
Cool.
some at the Derby too. So, yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. They came out real well. The production guy did a good job.
Johnny's going to lift this up.
Ooh, what a shot that was. That's a hard shot to keep both balls on the table. You
Yep.
know what I mean? When it's that close to the pocket, a lot of times the ball flies off the table right there. Either the cue ball or the object ball.
Well, he
You don't
hit that
it
with a
just
little
perfect.
draw, I believe. One thing I've learned about those longer jump shots like that, if you get enough backspin on the ball when you lift it up and it bounces, that skid bounce into the ball, that's going to keep it on the table a little better. You know what I mean? Where if it actually
Exactly.
hits the ball, you got that whole ball to throw you off the table, you know? He's just going to follow through on this. Wow. Well, I mean, he's got the same bank he shot in the other corner with a 1 that one time. I think he can bring the 4 back. And this is kind of complicated, though, with the 7 where it's at. What do you like here?
He's gonna play safe. I guess he can do that. He can kind of bank underneath the 5-9 and bring the cue ball, spin it down behind the 7. If he don't got an offensive shot. Oh, he didn't hit it hard enough. Dang it. Well, I mean, I think he can make it. I mean, hit it, but I don't think he can make it.
Boy, that is awkward right there.
Yeah.
He's left it far enough out, too. He can almost cross that. You know what I mean?
He could almost cut it in, but he can't. I think he's just going to stick it. Bank
Yeah,
it
it
3
looks
rails
like
out.
that's what he's,
Just
yeah.
stop your ball. Yeah, it's easier said than done from that
Well, I'm
distance.
telling you what, that's right on the rail, too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I'll tell you what, though. You know, this ain't the easiest shot in the world. I mean, you got to kind of either stun out a little bit or you got to draw it back because you can't just stop it.
Well, you're pretty much going to take what you can get here and not try to do too much with
so
it.
Whatever he thinks he can do the best and get a shot, that's what he's going to do. Okay, I think Brittany Bryant just tied up Nicole Keeney over there, 5 apiece.
Oh, Johnny hit that pretty nice. Oh,
Yeah,
that's very nice.
He
He
chose
spun
to
that
stun
really
it out,
well. Yeah.
which I think that's a safer shot than having to draw it. You could miscue, you could misstroke it. And he's just going to draw this out for the 8. This will put Johnny up 4-2. Oh, look at that.
Wow, that's a bit of a.
That almost got away from him.
So Brittany Bryant's winning 5-4.
No, she just tied it up at 5. I think it's
5-5?
5. Well,
Well, she didn't mark it up yet.
no, then she's down 5-4. She had already marked it, I guess.
Okay.
Because I really thought she was shooting a 9 and the bead was 5-4 and now it's still 5-4. So
It's tough to see across the room. Up on the wall like that, it looks pretty easy, and it's
Yeah.
hard to see, you know, when they actually mark it.
Yeah.
I have that trouble too. Well, I haven't seen that big break from Johnny yet.
No. Let's see. Right here. I think right here is where he's going to get it going. Oh, as I say that, he gets
Ooh.
scratched. Wow.
And look at
Look at
this.
this. The old 1-9 lines up for him. That's brutal.
You know, what do you see when you look at Johnny sitting in the chair right now, Gabe? I mean, are you familiar with that look?
What's that?
Well, I mean, he just looks pale. I think he's really upset about that shot.
Well, he scratched on the break. Yeah, he's sick about that.
And that
Anytime you
really wasn't
scratch on the break,
anything
it's-
that he did. I mean, he just got a bad kick.
Exactly. That's what I mean. Yeah, he's sick about it because he hit the balls great and got kissed down table, and then the 1-9 lines up. So it's like just a free game. It's just a big momentum swing right there.
Sure. Yeah, 4-3 as opposed to 5-2.
Yeah. Give the guy a little bit of life.
Well, Brittany's back at the table. Who did you end up doing the production with the One Pocket videos?
Creative Suite 17 is a company out of Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Cool. And that's pretty much, is that like your home location now?
Yeah.
Got you.
Well, I'm in between there and Kansas. I've been in Kansas a little bit too. That's where my dad's cue shop's at.
I noticed that I haven't seen Gabe Owen building cues yet.
No. I don't think that. I don't know.
You're a little smart for that action, aren't you?
I don't know if that's it. I don't think I'm smart enough for that action. That's a tough craft. I see my dad do it, and it's a lot of work.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Well, but he's got a chance here. I mean, things are a little tied up, but not really too badly. If he just gets on this, well, really, there really isn't a tough ball in this rack if he just kind of
Yep, exactly. It's 5-5.
gets his angles, yeah.
With Nicole and Brittany.
So Brittany tied it up there.
Just now, yeah. Oh, wow. What was that?
Boy, he missed the one ball straight in. Wow.
It might have skidded. These balls get filthy dirty. I don't know. I don't think it skidded. I think he just missed it.
You know, there's a lot of debate right now about why the ball is skidding on Simonis. People are saying it skids more on Simonis, and especially new Simonis. Have you heard any of that?
I don't know. Maybe. As opposed to that Greena or whatever, maybe?
Well, they're saying that the cloth has been shaved now, that they're shaving it, you know, and making it a little bit slicker, and that's causing some problems. I've read a little bit about that. I don't know how much, you know, I wondered if you'd heard anything like that. I mean, with the things that you guys experience and talk about, it'd be interesting to see what a, you know, top pros, perspective on that is.
Yeah.
It's a great cloth, and I don't really know that it does skid more, you know, than what it used to or whatever. But I've heard a bit about it, so I'm always curious to see what, you know, you guys would say. He's really left himself a good angle here. There's almost no way, if he gets up on that 7, that he's going to have any problems getting out here. Where do you like the 8 here? You like playing the 9?
No. I like coming and playing the 8 in the side over there where the cue ball's at right now.
Sure.
Oh, he's going to break it up right here. I like that. Sliding over and breaking it up. Oh, he just missed it. That's what he was trying to do. But see, he did that at a perfect speed where if he didn't break it up, he'd have had shape on the 7. That was a great shot, really. Because if he nicks it, it's perfect. If he don't, he's perfect anyway. So now I think he can just draw back and play the 8 in the side like I was saying. I think it goes. He's looking at maybe – it might not go with that 9. Look, he's looking at it.
That's what I was curious about.
If it don't go because the 9's got him, then he'll just play the cross side. Bank at 1 rail.
Right. Looks like he's a little straight on that 7 to move the cue ball around a little bit, though. You have to use a little English.
Oh, well, you know, I don't know about that.
I kind of now like the cross-side bank real good.
I'd rather shoot the cross-side than be shooting this.
Yeah, me too.
Me, you know.
Well, this is a banker's shot anyway. I mean, how often are you down on this end of the table shooting that ball off the spot playing?
This is, if the 9 moves at all, it's going to be a bad hit. So at this angle he's got.
You know, would you want to call a ref over or somebody to watch this?
Because it'll be obvious. Johnny will know. He knows if the 9 moves, it's a bad hit. He missed it.
Wow.
It didn't look like it went.
Wow.
Yeah, both of them just making uncharacteristic mistakes here.
Well, this is going to tie it up. Four to four.
4-4 right now. This is just so far. It's just been a match of some mental mistakes. And still 5-5 over there in the ladies' match.
Well, it looks like Nicole's got her time at the table though now.
Yeah, she's shooting a 3. It's a long shot though, and then the 4. I think she can just get herself a shot on the 4 here. Should be okay.
It's a little tough to see where that 4 is at from where we're sitting, whether or not that's something that she can get by the 7
exactly.
or the 8.
I think she hit a good shot here. She did.
Well, she hit it good. Nice pace on that ball. Oh, that was very nice. I like the way she moves the ball. This is the first time I've got to see Nicole Keeney play.
Yeah, she plays good.
Well, Buddy made the wing ball. And the 6 ball.
He's breaking the balls good. You know, he's breaking really well. Like I said, they're both making a few mistakes after the break.
What do you like here with the 1?
I don't know. Looks like
That's awkward, isn't it?
I don't think he's got an offensive shot here. He's got to try something. Some kind of a safe.
Well, that works.
If he gets it there. Yeah, he got it there. He hooked him. It's a good shot.
Well, Nicole's put another game up there, so that makes it 6-5 her, right?
No. No, she put it up there for Brittany.
All she did.
Yeah. Yeah, she missed the 6 ball. And Brittany made it and had 7, 8, 9.
Oh, you're right. Wow. Yeah, I was looking at her from behind, and I couldn't tell it was Brittany I was looking at. Oh, my goodness. Well, she's got a powerful little break, doesn't she?
Broke 'em good for a little old girl, huh?
Got to be careful saying that these days.
No.
But she did break them well. That was a very nice break.
Around. She.
Tell you, that's the biggest improvement I've seen in 30 years of being around this game, 35, whatever. The women now play so well.
Oh yeah.
And, you know, if you
Well,
look at
I
these
think
younger
just
women like
competition in men's too. There's more competition
absolutely,
with all the
absolutely.
foreigner, all the the foreign players, the Europeans, the Asians.
Well, I mean, there's really no even comparison in that regard because back in the day when I was playing a lot, the one thing you never saw was somebody from a foreign country that played like that until the Filipinos came
Yeah.
here, you know, and then it began. But I was just saying it with the women, it's such a vast improvement because watching these young ladies move the ball right now, what we're watching, it could be, you know, a top player of the men's division.
Mm-hmm.
Patterns are the same. Well, Johnny's got a little something to deal with here. He just has to get on that 7. Where do you like going here?
I like playing the 7. Either if he can do it, just come out, play it down like that. If not, come over here and play the 7 over here.
Right.
That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah, I almost wonder if I'd try to bring that cue ball, you know, around the 7, you know, with inside English. But I don't think he will. No, he's done exactly what you said. Perfectly in line. Well, he's left himself a
looks like
nice
Brittany
angle
won
there.
that match over there.
Oh, that's right. They were playing to 7, weren't they?
Yeah, that was it.
And Nicole had to win twice. Yep, there it goes. The 9 ball's off the table. And Brittany Bryant is our women's champion.
Yeah.
You know, there's a young man here that wanted to play in the men's tournament, and they didn't allow him to play. Landon, you know, Schuff,
Schuff,
of
why
course,
not?
yeah, because of his age.
Oh, okay.
And, you know, Brittany's 19.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I kind of was like, that's interesting. You know, but the thing about Brittany is, well, another friend of mine, I built guitars for a period of time. And, you know, there's a lot of music business people here that are, you know, 13, 14 years old and they're out playing in clubs,
Okay.
you know, with their parents' approval.
Okay.
And they were saying in Nashville there was an exemption for performance like that. Can't stay in the room after you've, you know,
Done your
won
job
or
or
whatever.
whatever. Okay.
But, yeah, that's kind of interesting.
So maybe he could have played.
Yeah, it looks like that to me. It looks like it was that way, yeah.
I think we're getting the interference because he's doing the microphone.
Well, he's back on the mic again, that wireless. You're right. And that's coming through our headsets. Sorry about that. There's really not much we can do about it right now until he's done speaking. And we've taken a little break on our feature table anyway. Johnny, you know, sitting there and Buddy's off to the restroom, I believe, so. Well, what's the next stop for you? I mean, Derby City, of course.
Derby City, and then I'm going to go down to South Texas. There's a one-pocket tournament that they're having down there in South Texas. I'm going to go play in that. And then tournament in Olathe. And there's a couple of tournaments in March over here on the East Coast. The one
Right.
Barry Berman's having one, and then
Right.
Valley Forge.
Going to the Masters tournament at Barry's?
Is that, yeah, that's what it is, right?
Cool. Yeah, well, you know, that's the one thing that's picked up, too. You know, there really are a lot of tournaments out there if you have the, you know, sponsorship or money or whatever to get around and get to them. You know, the opportunities out there.
Mm-hmm.
How's the response been on your video so far? Have you just released that, or is that?
No, actually, it came out right around the beginning of December, and it's real good. It done
Cool.
really good, you know, when it first came out, and it's Christmas sales, and yeah, I'm really pleased on it because I haven't really had much advertising on it. I think I
Right.
just now started a banner ad on AZ Billiards and just on my website, and that's about it. Facebook,
Cool.
and that's it, just word of mouth. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased at how the sales are going. And like I said, I'm looking forward to Derby. I think there's a lot of people there that would like to have one.
Absolutely. And, you know, my thought, just, you know, in hearing that this morning, I heard about it today, and my first thought was, you know what? I bet there are 3 or 4 editions you could do
Yeah.
of an advanced class, depending on how much you want to educate the public,
Yeah.
you know? And in this day and age, I don't think it hurts to educate the public.
I don't think so either. I think if people are like, oh, one pocket's too slow, it's too. I mean, look at this. People are taking breaks and these 9-ball. You know what I mean? There's there ain't much arguing in one pocket. You don't argue
Right.
about the rack. You don't argue
Right.
about the break. You know what I mean? So it's, I think you take all that, that slows a lot of these matches, 9-ball matches down anyway. So
Well, one pocket is such a good game to watch. Where you want to learn a little bit about it. I mean, it's a great game to watch if you just learn a little bit about it. You know,
And
it's enjoyable for anybody to watch.
exactly, because it's a game where me and you could be sitting here and see two different shots, and they're both good shots.
Yeah.
And you like your shot, and I like my shot.
Yeah.
Well, in 9-ball, that don't happen very much.
No.
There's one way to shoot it. Once in a while it does. You know what I mean? But not often. And in one pocket, just about every shot, you have more than one choice.
Well, I think we could fairly say this. In 9-ball, there's one natural way to move the ball there where you could juice the ball up and do a lot of stuff. It really isn't to your advantage, and the percentages start getting against you the minute you start playing like that. In one pocket, the creativity factor really is a determining factor sometimes when you're watching great players like that match I was mentioning with you and Larry Neville. You know, I remember Neville banked those 3 balls off the end rail in that one game, and I was like, pretty sweet,
Yeah.
And, I mean, I guess that made you think some, huh?
Yeah, for sure. Whenever a guy's doing that, it's hard to defend.
Oh, yeah, and those things just pierced the pocket. I mean, I was like, wow. I look forward to Derby every year because of that, just because of the one pocket. I enjoy so much. The quality of that, how lucky you are if you get to see that in your lifetime. If you know enough about the game to appreciate it and you get to see that level of play from all the great players in the world, I don't think there's anything better. And that's the one game that is catching on in the East, but it's certainly still an American game.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, for sure. And I honestly think that Europeans and Asians would like that game. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I believe it would be. I think it'd be Filipinos, Efren Reyes is the best one-pocket player probably ever live, and he's Asian. So
I sure like Parika. I mean, it's tough to take that away from Jose.
Yeah.
But a great example of what you're saying. Efren is the best in the world.
Mm-hmm.
He's won that one pocket division how many times now? 4 or 5? What is it?
Yeah, 5, I think.
5, yeah. And so, you have to win about 4 more before you get to say anything about it, right?
Oh, yeah. Exactly.
You're young enough that may happen.
That's a pretty tough feat, though,
Certainly.
Yeah.
There are a lot of good players your age, too.
Mm-hmm.
But, one of your friends I don't see too much of anymore, Jeremy Jones. What's he been up to?
I don't know. Ever since he's been married, he got married and probably married life.
Right. Slowed him down quite a bit is what you're thinking. Yeah, I think that's true. That's a good observation. Well, Buddy and Johnny are back.
Yeah, this is Buddy's putting the slow walk on him.
That might be full speed now. I don't know. I remember a time when Buddy was a lot thinner than you are today. Can you believe that?
No.
It's absolutely true.
No, I'm just kidding. I believe it. I've seen pictures
I met
of
Buddy in 1980, and I'll guarantee you he was as thin as a splinter. I mean, he was big, tall, had a great big bushy afro. It was something to see. That was the year, when everybody called him the Rifleman back then. Well, that microphone's about to drive me insane. And that's exactly what it is, too.
Wow, look at here. Johnny's frustrated. He broke the balls, hung the 9 up, the 1, 2, 9. I'm surprised you don't just give him these. It's like just make the 1, and then you could.
The 2-9, yep.
2 9s right there.
Well, I think they're doing the payout right now on the women's tournament. I see Nicole Kinney with a big handful of cash. Well, Buddy is kind of going slow on that rack, isn't he? 5-5 with Buddy breaking.
Mm-hmm. I'd have to give the edge to Buddy on the break, who's been breaking the best this match.
You know, this is a question I asked last match of Jerry Forsyth. He really didn't have much of an answer, but I'd like to ask you this. You know, the table is playing right now what looks to me like a lot damper than it did earlier in the week. And there are all these bodies in here lining the bleachers.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think there's any, truth to that? I mean, the ball seems to be, they aren't breaking like they were, not nearly, nearly as much movement in the balls as there was yesterday, for example.
Yeah, I don't. It might be getting a little bit damper. I don't know. It's just
Well, I know the lights are on this table, so it's drier than the other table.
It is drier than the other tables. It's playing a little softer. I don't really know about that, if it's playing any damper or not. I mean, I think the balls are getting dirtier, and it has that.
Well, that could be.
Effect.
That could be. That's what I really wanted to know. What would be the reason for that? Yeah. Well, it looks like Brittany's getting her handful of cash. Well, she played a fine tournament. Yeah, giving a little handshake there. How about that? They must be friends.
Who's that?
Nicole Kinney and Brittany Bryant.
Oh, yeah, they're here together.
That was a nice shot
Yeah,
from Buddy.
good shot. He jumped it.
That 2 looks like it passes the 7, too, so. It is about a half pocket. It ain't really a whole pocket.
Yeah.
Oh,
Look
boy.
at there. Well, kind of like a bittersweet deal. You crapped it in, but now you ain't really got a shot on the 2. But no, you know what? I think he could bank this cross side. I don't think he's going to duck. Not after getting that roll. Maybe he is. I don't know.
Nope, that's cross side,
That's
just
what I
what you
thought.
called. And the balls rearranged themselves pretty nicely, too, there. Nothing grouped up, nothing's in the way of the 4. All he's got to do is make the 3. You like coming out here, too? Or do you just draw out? What do you favor here? Drawing?
I would just make it. Yeah, make it with draw. And whether you get on the rail over there or not, it don't really matter. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Just so you got a little bit of angle.
Yeah, just pocket the ball. He just kind of followed it 2 rails.
Yeah, I wondered if he would do that. That looked kind of natural in a way. He's got perfect angle to just drift up for the 6 here, so. Very nice. Might have come a little farther there than he wanted to. Not a big deal, but. Well, that was a nice touch there, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Didn't hit that too hard at all. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. This is the first time Buddy takes the lead?
I think so, yeah.
Wow, 6-5.
Johnny's looking a little frustrated right now, but, things haven't been rolling his way here. Buddy just lucked that ball in there. Johnny breaks, and the 2-9 lines up. It just ain't
Well, let me ask you this. When you're a top player like you are, and you're breaking one day and making 4 and 5 on the break, and you got control of the cue ball, the next day you aren't making anything, or one ball and the cue ball's all over the place, pretty much the balls are getting in your way. Do you consider that just luck, or does it come down to what we were talking about? Dirt on the balls, the table isn't breaking the same?
I mean, it's luck too, There's a little bit of luck, but I think a lot of it's dirt on the balls as well.
Right. So it's easier just to fade it that way in your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Because, really and truly, isn't that the bigger part of this at this point?
Oh, yeah, it's mental.
You know, 2 matches to go. This tournament's over. And, you know, you got to be feeling like, I mean, if you're Archer, you know, you just took a tough loss. This is what it takes to go on, and it's not going your way.
Who beat Johnny?
Oh, I can't say his name. Saved my life, and I know as well as Hennessy. Isn't that right?
That's right. Yep.
Yep.
No, Nicholas beat him.
Oh, yeah. You're right. You're right. I'm wrong. Yeah. I'm absolutely wrong. Yeah, I didn't see him shoot. Do you know much about Nicholas Hickson?
Hickerson.
Hickerson?
Yeah, he's a good bar table player. He's a good player in general, but really he's a good bar table player. That's what he's known for.
Right.
And yeah, real offensive, real aggressive, which that's kind of what you got to be. That's what I was saying earlier. Like he's a bar table player. He would always look at an offensive shot when he comes to the table. He's real dangerous to play. You know, you wouldn't. His bar table game is by far better than his big table game because of that. Because
Right.
of how aggressive he plays. You know.
Right.
And that just suits the bar table pool. I see a lot of these guys, for people watching at home, like a lot of the amateurs, and unless you're playing another, I always like to say be aggressive on bar tables. You know what I
Right.
mean, like I said, the safety don't have as much value. I see a lot of these people trying to play these safeties, especially playing a good player. If you're in one of these tournaments and you're doing it for the experience, you're playing these good players, and you have a shot, I'd say shoot at it. Don't try to duck. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, buddy just glanced the points there, the side. That was a tough roll. I don't know if he hit the ball awful slow. And that gives Johnny an opportunity.
Slow rolling these balls, especially on that table there, it's got so many rolls to it. And then he was slow rolling that 3-ball to a real tight angle of that, you know, the pocket.
Right. He's going to hit this with some speed, it looks. No,
he's just going to take the bank or the cut.
Wow.
That's a good shot, though. This is a real easy bank, or a real easy, you know, I mean, this is just, he's going to make this. I think 90 out of 100 times.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that play. He don't want to take any chances.
Man, that was very nice right there. It's got
Yeah.
a good angle.
Johnny's always been one of my favorite players watching play. You know, he's really, I think he's helped my game out a lot just by watching him, the way he prepares for matches and the way he takes everything really seriously and bears down on everything.
Well, it looks pretty. I just can't believe it's 6-6. You know, for all that's going on.
It's just like I said, it was kind of like how me and Buddy's match was going. It was just like
Right.
a bunch of mental errors and just unforced mistakes that neither one of us were supposed to be making, kind of like you're seeing here, just some missed balls. And Johnny ain't missed that many balls. He's, like I said, Buddy's outbreaking him. Buddy
Right.
broke good against me. He outbroke me for sure. We both probably made about the same amount of mistakes, and he just outbroke me. I might have made one more mistake than him. But,
Well, how do you feel about fatigue? You know what I mean? At this end of the tournament, you know, you're coming to the end. You're in the loser side. I mean, you think that plays a factor with these two guys right now? I mean, mentally?
Yeah, for sure it does. Yeah, especially for me. I mean, I was up till 4:30 playing in that Midnight Madness. I think Johnny got beat his first match. He told me he didn't get much sleep either. You know,
Right.
so it was kind of brutal.
Were you guys talking about Brittany being underage? On
I did that.
trying to get a shut down?
Because of entertainment. It was either Brandon Shuff could have played.
We got smoking in here, and it's not legal when you have smoking.
Well, they do in bars. They have bars and smoking.
I know, and minors can't be in it.
Well,
Anything-
13-year-olds are out in the bars doing that in music business, I'm telling you.
Well, all I know is we already got a call on it.
Did you really?
Please, anything that's
I messed up. That's my
questionable
mistake.
with
No,
Yeah.
option
No, it was me. That was me.
Calcutta.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
I didn't. That was me.
Check before you speak.
I did it. Yeah,
Thank
I'm
you.
a dummy.
Getting all kinds of. Got 2 calls there.
All right.
Well, the
he's-
world still goes round.
Yeah, he's played a little safety here, thinned it, and came 1 rail.
What do you do from here?
I think he's going to kick 1 rail at it pretty firm. Hope to make the 4. Well, he kicked at it, hit it, and left him a shot, I think. Yeah.
Well, Buddy's got another chance. You know, it's 6-6. How do you feel about a shot like that?
Well,
know?
at this point in the match, you should be pretty much warmed up and feeling good about your stroke. I think right now, I don't think they're going to be making as many mistakes as you've seen earlier. Now it's going to be who's getting the who's going to get the opportunities now at this point after the break. Like right there, Johnny didn't really. I mean, he kicked at the ball, but he played safe. You know, right now you ain't seeing the mistakes, the silly mistakes they were making at the beginning of the match. Like I said, me and Buddy had a couple of them in our match.
Well, I mean, this is pretty rudimentary now. That's a pretty daggone good layout to just roll right off that side rail and be straight in on the 8. Now, would you concede those 2 balls if he gets straight in on the 8?
I would, yeah.
Did you do much of that in your matches?
Oh, yeah, especially with Buddy. He says to hurry him up, you know. That's
Right.
good. You know.
Well, there it is. Johnny's letting him shoot it.
Yeah, that's good by me.
Maybe Johnny's trying to tire him out before the end of the match. You know, that's the old 15 rounds routine in boxing.
Yeah.
Terrible thing to even make a joke about, but. Well, it is 7-6, and Buddy's in the lead again. Johnny's in the chair again with a look on his face. And I guess I'm kind of sitting here with pie in mind.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be going to dinner here, so I don't know.
About time
My
to go?
friends, maybe. I'm seeing if my friends are leaving or not.
Just send it a little text and see what the answer is.
Mm-hmm.
Good move.
Oh, well, I'm not getting a signal. Well, kind of. All right, here we go. 7-6, and Buddy's breaking. Can I bet he makes a ball?
In the corner.
Yeah, he got hooked, though.
Oh, he sure did. And there's no hope of getting out of jail here.
Yeah.
Now, here's an interesting question. Where do you push to here, Gabe?
I would just go to the side rail over there, maybe, and I might push out. I would push out over here. And then I would want to do something to where maybe I could bank this ball and bring the cue ball like this on a safety if he gives it back to me, you know. Because you can't really bank it if you put. He can't really go cross corner because this ball's in the way. You could even maybe cross it where it goes to. That's what he's going to do. He's going to push over here.
It's exactly what he's doing.
Oh, well, he got it right back where it was at.
Boy, I'll tell you what he really did.
Way too hard, but he could still do what I said. He can,
And Johnny's going to let him shoot.
I think he can do what he said. I don't know. He might have got all the way hooked. He might not be able to see enough that one to do that now. Wow, that was uncharacteristic of Buddy for sure.
Well, he's got to go for the kick here pretty much. I mean, he can pocket that 1 ball, you think?
He can pocket the 1?
if he were able to kick it in.
Oh. Yeah, see, that's what he was trying. That was just not. That was no good.
No, he's going to leave Johnny
He
straight
didn't.
in.
Yeah, he didn't.
I was just saying from where he pushed it to and Johnny giving the shot back, he might have been better to just go ahead and shoot a golf shot, for the 3-hole and kick at that ball. If he makes it, he glance off and come down for the 4. If he just hits it, he may get behind the 6. I like that better than, just going across it from that thin of an angle. If he got behind the 8 and 9, I wouldn't have said that, but boy. Well, I think we may see it tie back up.
Yeah, he's got to do something a little here, though, to get up on that 3.
Yeah, he's going to have to hit it.
That's a good shot. He couldn't just straight follow that, the angle he had to stun it.
Put a little speed to it.
Mm-hmm.
You draw back for the 6 on the side here, or just come up for the 6 in the corner?
I don't know. He kind of got in the. He's all right. I would have played it in the corner. The less you have to move your cue ball on these bar tables, the better off you are. It's like we were talking about earlier. The shot, the distance ain't really the problem.
Right.
The problem is getting yourself hooked behind balls or scratching somewhere.
Well, nice little glance here, and he's right on the 8.
Mm-hmm.
Very nicely struck.
Yeah, this will tie it up at 7-7.
Yeah, this has been a back and forth kind of match, hasn't it?
Yep.
But I think you're right. We're seeing a lot less of the air-looking match. Buddy had a little problem there, but Johnny's starting to get in groove, it looks like. If his break catches, I think this will go real quick now. With a race to 4.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel when you get into a situation like this with a top player? I mean,
right, like I said, right now it's whoever's breaking the balls at this. Once they're past 7 or 8 games, it's whoever's breaking. I feel
right.
is the favorite.
Yeah, I agree.
And so it's especially the table's breaking, the balls are going in.
Just for some of the people that are out here watching, how do you feel about the 10 ball? You were saying you like the 10 ball better. Now, what is it about 10 ball that you would like better on a bar table, for example?
Well, you're protected a little bit more on getting a shot. You know what I mean? So, like, a couple matches, like my match with Billy Young, I was down 9-2 and got to kick 2 or 3 times. Now, I can do that to somebody else, too.
Right.
But if you're doing it in 10 ball, it's it's a lot harder to do in 10 ball,
Sure.
And so, but it could still be done, and that's the whole thing. Like, if you play win or break, it could still be done. You just got to do the odds are a lot less. You're more protected as a player of a guy not doing that to you. And if he does, he's really earned it,
Well, that's a little bit of tough rack there. That wasn't much of a reward for pocketing a ball like that, and the cue ball's in pretty good shape. Boy, this is tough. What do you do from here?
He's pushing out. He might, you know what he might do here? He might bank this thing cross corner.
Boy, it'd be nice if you were a little bit off the rail to shoot that shot. The cue ball off the rail, I mean.
Yep. So I don't know what he has planned here.
Which way would you go if you did, just for your, would you go forward with the cue ball there?
I would jack up and try to get position.
You would?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I would pass this shot. That's what I would do.
Right.
I wouldn't shoot it.
That's one of the things a lot of people have a hard time with, when to give the ball back when you face a push like that. When you're basically biting the lure and when the other guy's sitting back and watching you do what he wouldn't want to do.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a decision tough to do.
Exactly. He might be going cross-side with it. No.
No, he went with your cross corner. Ooh.
Whoa. You know, he hit that pretty dang good.
Well, what's
And-
really funny is the 8-ball, got in the way there a little bit, I believe, and he still had a shot at the 2. If I'm not mistaken, it looks that way to me. Doesn't it look that way to you?
Yeah, he's hooked.
I guess they're cleaning a spot there. Maybe Johnny's hands are a little better than Buddy's at this point.
He might have zigzag this 2 rails back and forth. No, he's going to curve it. I knew that was going to be real brutal because it's so deep.
Well, you were right. That's ball in hand and everything open. Well, I think we're going to see a break in the tie again. This time I believe it'll be in Johnny's favor. Whoops. Whoops. I missed the side of that ball totally.
Which one?
Well, when he shot that, I thought I was looking at that just backwards.
Oh, okay.
Well, he's back on it.
Yeah.
Well, Johnny's going to go ahead here 8-7.
It looks like it. And
But he didn't even make him shoot it. Well, let's see if Johnny's break's any better here. We haven't really seen much from him. Now, if those balls are breaking like they're, he really made it. That was a nice break. He got the wing ball, but again, the one came up in an awkward spot.
I still like Johnny from here. If he can't make it in the side, he can cut it all the way down. If he can see it.
Tell me this. When you're having this type of response from the balls, what do you do? I mean, what do you do?
I try to change where I'm breaking from. You know what I
Right,
mean?
sure.
And, you know, it's happened to me a few times at this tournament where you just got to switch because I've been breaking from, you know, everybody I think has got their comfortable breaking spot where they're comfortable hitting the most solid with the most power. And then, but if that ain't working for you on the table, then you've got to be able to adjust and switch. Because sometimes
I
that
noticed
spot ain't the best spot. Yep, I like that.
Oh,
That's a great
very
shot.
nicely hit,
I
yeah.
like him hitting that.
But, you know, the one thing I'd ask about is this. You know, it seems like the speed is not being alternated as much as most people do when the balls stop responding correctly.
Mm-hmm.
You know, most people seem to, you know, vary that speed a little bit. Is that changing more with the diamond tables? Do you have any opinion about that? I mean, the only reason I'm saying that is it seems like position, like you were saying, I'll go for a different position. Would you still be breaking, you know, similar speed in that different position?
Mm-hmm.
See what I mean? Where it used to be, we would also break up the speed a lot more.
Yeah.
You know, how hard you hit the ball. And on these bar tables, I haven't noticed anybody doing that. I was kind of curious about that. Seems like that's staying pretty much the same, however they're hitting the balls. And it seems pretty, sensitive to that almost, like the table's sensitive to that.
Mm-hmm.
At the U.S. Open, it seems like everybody uses that cut break as much as they can. Whether they try to disguise it with extra speed or let off a little bit or whatever, but
That was a good shot there.
boy, it was. Sure was. Well, at 9-7, how you feel about it?
Yeah, I like Johnny.
9-7 and Johnny breaking.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we've got.
I think the winner of this match would play Nicholas.
Nicholas, yeah.
Yeah, and then Hennessy won the winner's side, I believe, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
he sure did. Yeah, we're close to the end. I do believe that. 2 matches, and we have a new 24th annual Music City champion. It's hard to believe this tournament will be 25 years next year. 25
Wow,
years old.
That's pretty strong.
Isn't it, though?
Mm-hmm.
Nice to see that in America.
Mm-hmm.
I always think of Barry Berman, and then I can't think of what comes next.
Texas Open has been 30
30?
some years, yeah. The Texas State Open. It's Buddy's won it, like I said, the year he beat me. He's won it, I
Right.
think, a couple times. Jeremy Jones has won it, C.J. Wiley. I've won it twice, I think. Shane Van Boning's won it.
Tell me this. In all the different, varieties, if you will, of the tournaments you run to, what's your favorite tournament playing? Can you do that? Is it Derby?
It's Derby. I think I might be having to. Derby's probably my favorite, or the U.S. Open. U.S. Open's probably my favorite tournament to play in.
Boy, that's going back and forth pretty quick there.
Yeah, it's the U.S. Open because it's scheduled better, and it's just the scheduling. It's a better formatted tournament, even though it's 9-ball. I don't know.
Well, as a past champion, I know that Barry Berman will be glad to hear that you said that.
Yeah, I won the Derby one pocket too.
Yeah,
so, I mean,
I know. Well,
I've won
I'm
them
not
both.
saying you're partial there.
No,
yeah.
I'm just it's just. I think I might be more proud of my one pocket victory at Derby, but I don't know. That's tough too. The U.S. Open's pretty special.
Yeah. I mean, and that was a great win. That was a great win, Gabe.
Oh yeah, thanks. I almost won it in 06. I got third, and I dogged the ball against Luot to win the winner's side. I choked.
Did you choke? You're admitting to that?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, Johnny might have got a little tough right there, Gabe. I don't know. He's going to have to throw this ball a bit, I believe. Boy, this is tough shape. He almost needs to throw this and follow it a little bit. Get on that 3. Needs to glance the ball.
Yeah, he's dead. I think, I don't know. Can he not? I think he can cut it right here to the, cut it right here into the 6 and bring the cue ball like this behind here.
Right.
And he's got the 8-ball to hold, so he wants to get the cue ball back here behind this 5.
So hide it.
Or he's going to try to go this way. I don't know about that. That was good. Okay. You don't scratch. See, he went that way. He could have come back this way too. But so either way, that was actually the better shot he shot. I didn't know if he could beat this 4-ball right here.
Right.
Is it? I think I might have to go. I think I gotta go eat dinner.
Good deal. Well, thanks for stopping by, Gabe.
No problem. And thanks for
Glad
having
to
me.
have you. Absolutely. And we're looking forward to seeing that one pocket video. I certainly am.
Yeah, if anybody wants to check it out, GabeOwen.net. Give it a shot. It's I think it's a pretty good video.
Good deal. We'll see you soon.
All right, buddy. Thanks.
Well, Johnny's got quite a shot here to come back and get into this match. Put an end to it. I don't really think he's going to have much of an opportunity here to hide the ball. He's just got to make a good hit and get it over there behind the 8 as much as he can. He's going to have to thin this and roll on the length of the table. It's going to be tough to slow roll. And he's fouled. That was the danger with that shot. Well, the ball's open like this, but he shouldn't have too much of a trouble getting out. He should be able to get on the 3 ball. Fairly easily here. And he's come down very nicely. Well, right now at 9-7, you know, Buddy's in a position to catch up maybe a game here at 9-8, and we'll be much in the match again with Buddy breaking. So that was sort of that was a very big mistake at this point. Should be able to just follow through right here and just bring the cue ball down to the end rail if he likes that. Play the 6 on the side, and the 7 in the corner right where it's sitting, and get back on the 8 for position for the 9. This should be fairly easily attained with this shot right here. This will set everything up. And that's what he's done. He's gone right to the end rail. He doesn't really have to do much here. He can use a little bit of side spin just to pull him out a little wider and get a little straighter on the 6, and he can stop right there if he likes to shoot the 7. That's pretty much what he's done. Just about perfect there. Really doesn't even need to do anything but just stop right there. He doesn't need to draw back. Doesn't need to do anything but just stop. If he likes, he can float this around 2 rails, or he can just go down to the end rail and right back out with a little bit of right-hand spin. And I think he's going to follow it, setting up that way. He can go to the end rail and spin back out to get the 8 in the same pocket if he likes as well. Looks like he's just going to go to the end rail and shoot the 8 in the upper left-hand pocket. That's what he's done. Here he'll just draw back out for the 9 straight in the corner. Again, he doesn't have to do a thing with the cue ball, but make the 8 and stop right there if he wants to. Draw back a little bit if he likes. That's what he's chosen to do. And Johnny's not even going to make him shoot it. So we're at 9-8. Buddy Hall to break. And Johnny Archer in the lead. But with 9-8 and Buddy breaking, this match could end rather quickly for Johnny. It's a dangerous place to be set down and watching from. But he needs to come up with a good break here and get some position with the one ball. Make a ball and get position with the one. This is a very crucial time for him. Well, that's what we're talking about. One ball stops, it's going to be perfect. Well, that got a little awkward because of the position of the two. But he's going to have to navigate how he wants to get on that two ball. And that won't necessarily be the easiest thing to do either, because he needs to not only get on the two, but leave an angle so he can get on the three on the opposite end rail. He may use a little reverse on the cue ball and go cutting the one in the side pocket to the inside rail there to the end rail and reverse and come back up, which that's what he's chosen to do. And I think he's just gotten there. He may be a little blocked. We can't really see from the monitor, but it looks like he may have enough to make the two. If he does, he can go right down table between the 6 and the 7 to get right on the 3. He should be able to get right on it. Just a little bit of high, maybe 11 o'clock English. And that's what he's done. He's hit it a little bit weak, but that's good enough. With that angle, he'll be able to float right over to the 4 after pocketing the 3, and that should open this rack up, leaving the 4 to the 6. If he gets a good angle, he can get right on the 6, and he's out. This was a difficult rack, and Buddy's played it well. Chose to go up and down the table here, and I think that was a good call on his part because he's left a good angle to come right up on the 6. He can use a little bit of high right about 2 o'clock on a clock face. Well, he's going to draw it out, which is just fine too. A little bit of low left. Oh, no, he just straight drew it. Wow. What a powerful stroke. That's the Buddy Hall I know right there. But I'm not sure he got as rewarded as he would have liked to have been. He would have liked to have been a little straighter. This really should present no problems for him, though. He can shoot this in the lower left-hand pocket, go over to the side rail and come back out and have a little bit of angle on the 7, and this rack will be over. I think that's the way he's going to play it. Shoot this with speed. Very nicely done. Waddled around a little bit on that pocket, but it went right in. Buddy's in a good position to tie this match up at 9 right now with this shot. Just needs to have good speed, and he's done that very nicely. Straight in on the 8. This is over. So it's going to be 9-9 with Buddy Hall breaking. Well, I think you're getting to see a good match here. Very tight throughout the whole of this play. Buddy really needs to get a little lucky on this break, though. He hasn't had too much good fortune with the one ball after the balls have been broken. Needs to make a ball and get position. We'll be bringing you the next match almost right away. It'll be coming pretty quickly. And that will be with Nicholas Hickerson and the winner of this match, which obviously is yet to be decided. This could go either way, as we know. We'll see how this break goes. Johnny doesn't look too happy. He looks like he's catching the rear end of this thing. He's not happy about it. Well, the one ball's in good shape. He's pocketed the... Well, the two's coming right up for him. That's very nice. Cue ball and the 2 ball and the 3 ball are all up there. Well, he may have to hit the 7. They're all on that end of the table, but he may have to glance the 7 here. He may draw this ball and bank it cross side. The 4 and the 5 should lead to one another if he can get on that 3 where he can get straight in on the 4. He can just follow the cue ball down to the end rail, and I believe the 5 will go. The problem here is getting from the 5 to the 6, but he's going to have to come up with something there. You know, providing he chooses to bank this ball and get on the 3 that way. This is really a tough layout. And Buddy's certainly reflecting that in his demeanor. He's not happy about the way these balls are laying. Well, he cut that in. And the 7 came down in front of the 3 like that. That may actually work to his advantage because he may be able to get better angle after pocketing this combination with a 3 ball. Probably just going to come right back off with a little low right or spin around 2 rails, it looks like, the way he's choosing to play it. For the 4. Wow. When he cuts this 4 in, the cue ball is going to be heading towards the 5 and the 9. Let's see how hard he hits it. Yep, he chose to break him out. By developing the 5 ball, he's got a better opportunity here, obviously, for position on the 6. And he can probably just, that ball's so deep, he's going to have to draw almost straight out, I think. A little bit over to the rail and out. And he got very little over to the rail. I think he would have liked to hit the rail a little fuller so he could have drifted down a little bit wider. But that'll be enough. He's got a nice shot from there. Just needs to pocket the 6 and get on the 8. And we'll see Bunny in the lead, 10-9. And that's pretty much what we're looking at. He'll just shoot the 8 ball and should fall down to the end rail and bounce up for straight in on the 9. Well, he's going to draw over to the side rail. Rather shoot a little firmer. Just what he's done. And he's straight in. That's fine. No problems whatsoever there. And that'll be 10-9 with Buddy breaking. Well, this is a pretty big swing there. Johnny's in that chair, and he has to be feeling like he's not going to get back out right now. This break pretty much decides the match. And it'll be Buddy Hall's last break of the match. Any way it goes. Well, Buddy's on the hill at 10-9 and breaking for this set in the match. Boy, he's really hit that. Made a ball on a break. Got a shot on the one ball. Wow. That 2-9 may actually be a possibility for a carom in there in the lower left-hand corner, depending on where he chooses to go. He may also be able to, I don't think he can get the 2 past the 9. He's looking at that carom. He may be able to pocket the 1 and draw in between the 6 and the 8, right back to that 2-9, if it will go. It's hard to say whether the 9 ball's a little too straight or not. But it looks like that's the way he's going to play it. Little low left. Draw this past the 6. No, he came inside the 6 and bumped it. Oh, my goodness. That's going to cost him right there. He's going to have to play safe from here. Unless he can come up with a little magic shot here. Safety's his only option, and I don't know what that would be. He might, I don't think he can glance that over towards the 4 ball in the corner. I think he's kind of committed. No, he did glance it over towards the 4. Actually, it was a beautiful shot. He's left himself with a bank. The 3's a little tough there on the 8 because he needs to bring, even if he makes this bank, he almost needs to leave something that he can bank on the 3 unless he can go around the table, cutting it in, cutting the 2 ball in, which is what he's tried to do. And he's gotten there. Wow. With the pocketing of the 3, if he gets on the 6, this match is effectively over. It's just execution from there. He's going to go 2 rails around to the 6. Very nicely done. And Johnny's just sitting here watching it all take place. But he got a little out of line there. He would have liked to have been a little straighter. This is not a problem, but he has to go over the side rail and spin out to get on the 7, which is what he's done. Very nicely done, by the way. It's almost perfect angle to get back down onto the 8. He needs a little angle on that 8 just to get straight in on the 9. He can shoot it, neither pocket the 8 ball and do that, but I think he's going to come right down about where the cue ball is now. Is where he'd like, oh my goodness, he's hit the 9. That makes this a little more difficult. He can still make this in the lower left-hand corner fairly easily and get almost straight in shape on the 9 ball, which is probably how I'll play it. But as he's seen earlier, rolling this ball is not the best way to go. So he's going to want to shoot this with a little bit of authority. Needs to keep the cue ball on line after pocketing the 8. And there, oh my goodness, he's missed this ball entirely and left Johnny straight in. At 10-9, Johnny is straight in with 2 balls on the table. Oh my goodness. Wow. Well, there's not much for Johnny to do here. Just hit this ball and draw it back maybe. Perfect ball to start with, obviously. And Archer's going to be breaking for the match. Wow. That was a huge mistake. Buddy had the match and missed that 8 ball. Yes, it is. Hill to hill with Johnny Archer breaking for the match. Well, Johnny's just trying to get those balls to rack up just the way he wants them. He knows this break right here is everything. He'll be facing Nicholas Hickerson if he can conquer this rack of balls. Make a ball on the break, get shapes, you get the balls blown apart, and this match could be over. He's sat in that chair for a long time, and he knows this is his only opportunity to win, maybe. And he's getting right to work. No break for Johnny. Hill, he's going to break those balls. He's breaking from the same side in the exact same position he has been breaking from. And as Gabe Owens said, you know, when you're not getting the results you like with the cue ball, you might try a little different spot, maybe just move it an inch either way or change your speed up either way. Well, he's made the corner ball. And again, he got a bad kick. And, the pool gods are just being difficult on this one. He's really gotten a bad leave with that. That kick almost scratched the cue ball. And leaving the ball where it is, I can't really see whether he has any opportunity whatsoever to hit this one ball, whether the point is in his way or whether the 4 ball is in his way. This is a difficult position to be. He's going to be pushing, so the point must be in his way. And he's left a safety or a bank, probably only. It'll be interesting to see how Buddy chooses to go at this. Looks like Buddy's going to go ahead and shoot at this. He's going to hit the cross corner? No. He's played safe or tried to. He's done a nice job, too. This is a difficult shot. He's left a bank or a safety himself because Johnny could bring the cue ball over behind the 6 if he doesn't want to shoot the bank. If he makes the bank, he will get shape on the 3 ball, it looks like. Well, he's trying to calculate what the best option is here. From what Gabe was saying earlier, you almost think you'd like to shoot here. Hill, take authority and go. But boy, if you miss it, how do you sleep tonight? He's gearing up to draw this ball. And he's gone behind the 6. Very nice shot. Leaving it just in the jaws of the pocket with the 6 in the way. This is a difficult position to be in for Buddy. There's very little that I think he's going to be able to do except jump. I don't think he possesses anything on the kick shot. And it looks like he's pretty much cut off from any rail. Wow, he's so deep in the jaws with the cue ball, there's just not much of a place to go with it. I don't know what he can do as far as a kick shot. He's just going to have to jump. I don't think he's got anything else. This is bad. That was a really fine safety on Johnny's part. Wow, this is difficult. But he's jumping. If he pockets this, he could win. Oh, and he's fouled on the 6. Well, the 1 ball took a little bit of a roll there. Johnny has ball in hand. Oh, goodness. He has to just nestle that cue ball in against the rail almost to get there. But if he makes this, and I'm sure he will, he's going to probably be right on the 3 ball. This is the match right here. The shot for the match is right here. That safety has paid a great dividend. Oh, he played the 1-9. Beautiful. Beautiful shot. Well, thank you so much for being with us. We're going to be right back for the next match, which will be Johnny Archer and and Nicholas Hickerson. So that'll be coming shortly. And I'm Bill Gibbs signing off for Accu-Stats and AZ Billiards.